Did you know that only 5% of dieters manage to keep their weight off? Which means of the 45 million Americans who start a new diet each year, it's a complete waste of time for more than 42 million of them. Before losing 50 pounds forever, I was stuck in that 95% always having to start over. Now that I easily maintain a healthy weight with simple strategies, I want to show you the 3 daily fat loss hacks that help me get out of the 95% for good. But if you keep searching for quick fixes instead of making habit changes that you can actually stick to, then you will fall right back into the 42 million dieters who can't keep the weight off. Setting up a successful diet is similar to setting up your wardrobe. If you don't have a few solid staples, then you'll always struggle with looking put together. I mean, as put together as the stay-at-home moms who spend way too much time alone making YouTube videos can look. Perhaps you have a higher fashion standard when you're actually out in the world being all people-y with actual people. Even if you do wear more than a V-neck paired with boyfriend shorts most days, you probably only wear 20% of your closet at least 80% of the time. Most of us do this because it's easy to find what works and just stick with that. Because then there's zero struggle to squeeze into the pair of jeans in the back of your closet when you have your favorite reliable pair sitting right up front. While you may have flashier clothes that you love, you're not likely to wear a sequin club top while making your kids' lunches. So you save those clothes for special occasions. The first daily diet hack I follow works the exact same way. Instead of constantly trying to figure out new breakfast and lunch combos that fit my high protein plan, I have a few options I enjoy and I just stick to those. When I first set out to lose 50 pounds, I drank a protein shake for breakfast every morning for at least the first year. Since it was easy and it kept me full for 3 to 4 hours, plus it made a big dent in my daily protein goal without a ton of calories, a morning protein shake became my breakfast non-negotiable. For lunch, I'd rotate through the same 2 to 3 high-protein, low-calorie meals, like a turkey sandwich with a side of Quavos, a buffalo chicken wrap with Greek yogurt, or a barbecue chicken pizza. With all of these meals coming in around 500 calories with 50 grams of protein, they easily fit into my calorie budget while keeping me satisfied until dinner. On the days I didn't stick to my staple meals, I always found it so much more difficult to stay under my calories since new meals aren't as dialed in on protein and calories. I never really seem to get bored with my meal rotation either, as everything I eat is based on food that I love, just high protein, low calorie versions. If there's something that I'm really craving, I save it for dinner since I found being a little bit more strict during the day frees up extra calories at night. This works perfectly since that's the time of day I'm ready to unwind with a treat. But the 20% you focus on won't make a difference if it's not something that pushes you closer to your goals. Going back to our wardrobe example, since most of us only use 20% of our wardrobe, it's important that you make solid choices when it comes to the basics. As a stay-at-home mom, leggings and comfy t-shirts are my daily go-tos. After not working in an office for more than 10 years, I would have zero idea how to function without them. Much like the foundation of your wardrobe matters to keep your life running smoothly, this next hack is necessary to keep your weight loss running smoothly. Because without it, you're neglecting an entire half of the fat loss equation. This hack is so important that I start preparing the night before by setting out the other must-haves in my wardrobe. I also prepare by going to bed at a reasonable hour so I get a good night's sleep. I mean, I can't be the only 45-year-old who thinks staying awake past 10 is completely uncalled for. Something else that's completely uncalled for is all of these diet influencers exclaiming that calories in versus calories out doesn't work. Because just like comfy workout clothes are a foundation of my wardrobe, paying attention to how many calories you eat versus how many calories you burn each day is a foundation of a successful fat loss plan. Even though paying close attention to what you eat will yield the best results, neglecting the movement piece of the fat loss equation is the reason counting calories doesn't work for so many dieters. Because every time you cut calories for fat loss, your metabolism downshifts, which makes the amount of calories you need to maintain your weight lower. So what was a calorie deficit settles in as your new maintenance number, or the amount of calories you need to eat in order to maintain your current weight. The reason I set out workout clothes each night while ensuring a good night's sleep is to counteract this natural adjustment with a solid walking routine. And I make my early morning walk a priority since I found whenever I put it off for later, it just doesn't get done. Plus, starting my day with walking starts my day with a habit that pushes me towards my goal, setting me up for a full day of better choices. While most people have to continually lower calories in order to keep weight loss coming, I consistently kept calories somewhere between 1900 to 2100 throughout the entirety of my 50-pound weight loss. Staying consistent with 10,000 steps per day is a big reason that I was able to eat so much while losing weight. But if I structured my walking routine like a lot of diet influencers tell you to, I would still be 50 pounds heavier than I am right now. Back when I did use more than 20% of my wardrobe more often because I, Nissa Gran, was a clubbing addict, my weekend schedule was much different than weekdays. Since I had goals to reach, my weekday schedule had discipline. I woke up at 4 a.m. to get in an hour on the elliptical, followed by a low-calorie breakfast. Then I'd walk for another hour before eating a salad for lunch. Dinner varied, but it was always under 500 calories. On the weekends, all bets were off. Since I worked hard all week, why not enjoy a double serving of orange chicken with rice for lunch on Friday? I mean, I got it with a large diet, so it couldn't be too bad, right? Once I had a little taste of luxury, that set in motion an entire weekend filled with the foods that I denied myself all week long. Not to mention the late night alcohol escapades, followed by sleeping until at least noon the next day. And who even thinks about getting back on track on Sunday because a Big Mac with a large fry sure would help my hangover. With the Diet Coke, of course. The thing is, that Diet Coke doesn't save you from the 1,500 calories in your Panda Express meal. It doesn't counteract the 1,000 calories from your hangover lunch. And it certainly doesn't cancel out all of the drinking and late night debauchery, including the chicken wings and fries you stuff down before passing out in a drunken haze. That's why, if you really want to lose weight, you have to get your priorities straight by keeping the same fat loss routine on the weekend as you do during the week. If you have a protein shake for breakfast during the week, they still make a great breakfast option on weekends. Those 2 to 3 high protein lunches you rotate all week long, make sure to stock up enough to make them on weekends too. Do you get up and walk first thing Monday through Friday? It is even more important to stay active on weekends so that you can counteract any weekend indulgences. Because I'm not telling you that you need to be a fat loss robot with zero joy. And following that type of plan can even be detrimental since how long will you actually stick with it? When I was on a mission to drop 50 pounds, I kept my weekend routine in line with my goals by cycling calories during the week. This left room for a cheat meal on Saturday night. Instead of aiming for 2,000 calories every day across the board, during the week I'd eat closer to 1,800 calories. This left an extra 1,000 calories to indulge in on Saturday night. And if you're eating these types of meals out, then every last one of those 1,000 calories is going to get used. The trick is you gotta get right back to your routine on Sunday, which I know that means all of these clothes will probably go to waste. But if they're really that important, you can still wear them around the house. Of course, these daily fat loss hacks won't work if you're not sure how to structure high protein meals for fat loss, because you can't have go-to staple meals without a few easy and delicious recipes to get you started. Watch this video next where I take you through an entire day of the same high protein, low calorie meals that helped me drop 50 pounds. And I dropped those 50 pounds after nothing else worked.